Hey, Shalom Makiam. First and foremost, call all Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kakadash. Also, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai. Okay? Also, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, rule well to the Spirit, who taught us his truth. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect are at the house of David. Is preaching his word and living his word in sincerity and truth, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Also, shalom to the 1/3, okay, the believers, the men, women, children that shall believe on that song sung in these last days, while the elect, the house of David, come up under that banner as well. Peace and blessings unto you also. That's Brother Yarala from GMS Dallas, back with a lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, and just doing a response to a question on the comment board that we had for our Sunday camp we had this past Sunday for a brother named Randolph Brewster. And so, without further ado, we're just going to get right into it, to the response, and we're just going to read the comment first. It says, Shalom, brothers. What would you title this lesson? Which I don't have a title as of yet, but once I get through whatever the Spirit allows, I'll think of something. I live in a suppressed neighborhood in Duncanville. I desire to move to a country area like Waxahachie, Midlothian, and or Burleson. Am I wrong for wanting to get out of the city? I know that the destruction is coming. I also believe that me and my family are going to be protected as the calamity and rhetoric takes place. I'm listening to the teachings of GMS. I just wanted to make sure that I'm not going against the Most High's word. I have to make sure that me and my family are a part of the 1/3. That's why I asked so many questions. Okay, so to tackle the first point at the end, is definitely, the scriptures say, give diligence to make your call and election sure in 2 Peter, the first chapter. Okay, so that's good that you want to make sure you're of the 1/3 of the believers. Okay, so that there's no problem with that, and that's good that you ask questions. That's what the prophets and the men of the Lord are out there for, is to answer questions. Okay, because we get on our people, because our people don't ask the right question, or they don't ask any questions. They just believe every word of the devil, the so-called white man, who is Esau according to the Bible. Okay, so they don't ask questions. So that's a good thing that you do, because that's what the prophets and the men are out there for, are to answer questions. So that's a commandment. So let's prove that real quick. All right, we go to 2 Timothy 2:24. And the servant of the Lord must not strive, but be gentle unto all men, apt to teach, patient. Okay, so that's a commandment to be apt to teach. And let's look up that word apt. Apt. Okay, so for the Greek it's going to be G1316. Didacticos. Okay, didacticos. So apt and skillful in teaching. Okay, from instructive, didactic, apt to teach. Let's get another definition for it. So apt looks like in the online dictionary, appropriate or suitable in the circumstances, having a tendency to do something. She was, let's see. Yeah, so you have to be appropriate and suitable for that. So going back to the scripture, a servant of the Lord must be suitable for that, man. Also willing to do that, because you have a lot of other groups out there that when their congregation asks questions, they jump down their throats. They ridicule them. They tell them just shut up, and they tell them whatever I say goes, and just listen to me, and they don't want them to ask questions. Okay, so a lot of them, because they're not suitable for the circumstance to teach, they don't have the Spirit upon them. So a servant must have, first off, you have to be suitable and chosen to be the real teacher of Yahweh Shem Shai, and then gentle to all men. But what a lot of these other groups do? They ridicule them for asking questions, for asking sincere questions, man. That's why their congregation is going to be in big trouble, man. When the ish really hits the fan, when that Maxine is mandatory, when they really have a sincere question about whether they should take that or not, the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast according to Revelation 13 chapter, when that's mandatory, man, they're going to have sincere questions about that. When Jacob's trouble hit, and they're saying, got groups saying that Jacob's trouble is gay, or there is no Jacob's trouble, or they're giving their people, their congregation, a sure peace in this society, man. they're going to have a lot of questions to answer for, man. So they're not being gentle when people ask those questions. They're not gentle to their congregation. Their congregation is going to be called out there, man, if their congregation doesn't get away from those guys, man. And most of them aren't, because everyone has a job to do. But also it says be patient. So, and then you got to be patient, man. So that's fine that you're asking so many questions. That's what those men of the Lord are out there for, is to answer questions for the elect and teach, man. Okay? Let's get one more, and then we'll get into the actual question. It's Jeremiah 3 and 15. That's 13. Jeremiah 3 and 15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. So, hey, the Most High set up the men, start with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down, and also other men that don't necessarily affiliate themselves with Great Millstone, but follow the correct doctrine and teach it in truth and sincerity. They're set up, man. Pastors means to be a teacher, okay? According to the Most High's heart, that's going to feed with knowledge and understanding. So that's good that you ask questions, because that's what the elect are out there for. That's what the men of the Lord are out there on the highways and byways for, the prophets. Okay, they're out there to be a spectacle and make fools themselves for the preaching of Yahweh Shai, but also answer questions for the hopeful elect as well, the sincere Akim that really have questions. That's what we're out here for. So no, that's not a bad thing that you're asking so many questions. That's good. Just got to make sure it's the right questions, because the scriptures also say avoid foolish questions. Okay, so you want to make sure you're asking sincere and questions that aren't necessarily foolish. Just being simple. But to get into the topic, okay. He says here, he said you live in a suppressed neighborhood in Duncanville and desire to move to a country area like Waxahachie, Midlothian, and Burleson. Am I wrong for wanting to get out of the city? No, you're not necessarily wrong for wanting to get out of the city, okay? Because even when the country it's cleaner, fresh air, lots of trees, nature out there, and a lot of men that are coming to this truth are really gravitating more towards nature, man. That vibration is going out there because that's the Most High's creation. So no, you're not necessarily wrong for wanting to get out of the city. A lot of these cities, man, they're filthy, rat infested, they stink, completely dirty and disgusting, man. Personal account, a couple of years back, a lot of our from our camp, we planned a trip to go to the country to a cabin, and we went out there fellowshipped. We prayed, did lessons. And it was really just a trip for strengthening the spirit and giving glory to Yahweh Shai. Okay, and we did that, had a great time in the spirit, lots of revelations, beautiful trip, through the spirit. And when we came back to Dallas, you could feel the demonic activity. You could smell the demons. You smell feces. It was disgusting, man. We didn't want to come home, to be honest. So I can definitely understand that. If you want to get out of the city, now that's the reason why. You're not wrong, but it's also a mindset. If you want to get out of the city because you think you're going to escape Jacob's trouble, then you have to be honest with yourself. Why do I want to get out of the city? Now, if you just hate the city, want to move to the country, that it benefits you as far as your mindset, and it could help with your work situation, things like that, then no, you're not wrong for that. Now, if you want to get out of America, which is Babylon the Great, because that's what certain groups were teaching. You gotta flee Babylon. When the scriptures say flee out of Mr. Babylon, it's not talking about going, getting a plane ticket and going overseas somewhere. Okay. When it say Micah 2:10 says arise ye and depart, it's not talking about leaving America, because that's what certain groups are teaching. So if you have that mindset, then yeah, you are wrong. But if you just want to do it for peace of mind and you don't like the city and you want to move, you're a grown man. If you can afford it, you can move where you want in America. You know what I mean? But it's a mindset to it. It's definitely a mindset, and you have to ask yourself, why do you want to move to the country? Because if that's your mindset, then that's wrong. But if you just want to do it for that, then that's fine, because Jacob's trouble and the hour of temptation is going to come either way, no matter where you live in Babylon, okay? Because the prophecy says that we're going to be delivered from Babylon. So that's where the deliverance is. So you definitely don't want to leave, because this is where the bulk of the deliverance is going to be. This is where prophecy is going to happen, and this is where the glorification is going to be for a lot of Akim, man. So you definitely want to go through that fire, because the scripture say, "Let this mind be in you, which is also in Yahweh Shai." Okay, so you want to definitely go through that. So like I said, it's a mindset thing. But I'm gonna get a few scriptures here, little ones edifying. So we're gonna start off with Proverbs 20 and 24. Because even if you move, say you do move, there's no telling where you will be when Jacob trouble hits, when the persecution hits, when the concentration hits, when Esau really rolls in time of Jacob's trouble. There's no telling where you will be. You may not even be in the country. You may have to go to the city for something. Y'all may have to do something like that, It's Proverbs 20:24. Man's goings are of the Lord, Yahweh. How can a man then understand his own way? So the Most High is in control of all this, The Most High has everything on lock. And I can tell you, say, you believe that, that you're going to be protected and everything when your time comes. So you just have to maintain that level of faith. It's really just a belief, So, so you may know this, but it's just for edification for anyone that may be have this thought process as well. But the Most High, it has control over everyone's path. Okay, so that's why it says, "How can a man understand his own way?" Because our goings are of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, so you never know where you're going to be when things really get bad. You may not even be at home. Some brothers may have some supplies saved up. Maybe have a little supply bag, with different things, first aid, maybe a couple knives, some, just different things that can help out if you do have to run to the wilderness or you're able to get out the city. You may not even be around that bag or those supplies or those canned goods when it does really hit the fan. That's why you have to trust completely in the Spirit in that time, because that's what the Most High wants. He doesn't really want us to focus on carnal things. Now, is it bad for having those type of things? No, it's smart, but you don't want to rely on that. Okay, you want to rely on Yahweh Shai in complete faith. Okay, that He's going to take care of you. Okay. Let's get the next scripture, which is we're gonna go with Zechariah. Actually, we're gonna get Jeremiah 30. Okay, Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So no matter where you live, Akiam, Jacob's trouble is prophesied to come. And if you're of Israel, you're a part of Jacob's trouble. It don't matter if you're in the city. It don't matter if you're in the country. It doesn't matter where you live. That prophecy is going to come to pass. And whatever the Most High has set for your walk in the salvation, because the scripture says you're going to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. So whatever path He has for you, you're going to have to go through it no matter where you are. You may even get separated from your family. You have to have faith that the Most High is going to watch over your family if you happen to get separated. Because some of us may get separated. They may even have your family in front of you, torturing you, trying to persuade you to submit, to take the chip, or else they're gonna kill your family. Are you gonna fold, or are you gonna trust in Yahweh by Shem Yahushai that He's gonna lift up a standard that day? Because that's prophecy as well. He's gonna lift up a standard. But also the end of this prophecy, it says what? But he shall be saved out of it. So things are gonna get bad out here, man. We're gonna ready to see some unimaginable things. We're about to see the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the Old Testament. We're about to see that wrath, because he's been long suffering. Now He has been issuing out judgment, things have been going on, but He's about to issue out things that we've read about in the scriptures. Okay, that title of Al-Shadia, terrible demon-like power that the other nations know the Most High has. He's about to unleash all holy hell upon the planet Earth, man. But Jacob's gonna be saved out of it. Talking about the elect, man. Okay, so no matter where you are, we shall be saved. Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but a third shall be left therein. And that's 2/3 of Israel. That's talking about here in America. That land is here in Babylon. 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed here, man, completely obliterated. But the 1/3, okay, which consists of who? That house of David, the elect, that governing body, and the believers of the teachings. They're going to be left therein. Verse 9, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. And how do you try gold? How do you refine silver? Through fire, through intense heat and stress. And what does that do? That burns all the impurities, man. And when you're done, you may have the whole gist of it may have weighed 10 pounds or 5 pounds or whatever. But when it's done through that refining process, you may have a small nugget, man, because all the rest of that stuff was the unsavory things and things that weren't needed, that were harmful to the gold, and we had that pure piece of gold, man, that's what may all be what's left. So we're all gonna have to go through that fire, even as Yahushua did, because he said he had a baptism to be baptized with. Okay, and we have to come to that same thing. We're gonna be tried as gold is tried, and we're gonna go through that fire. The song of the three holy children, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they went through the fiery furnace, man, and they were untouched, unscathed, because they had faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Yahushua was there walking through them. They didn't even smell like smoke. But the men that put them in the furnace died, man. And it was heated, I believe the scripture say it was heated seven times hotter than normal. So it doesn't matter where you live, you're going to be tried. But like I said, you have to ask yourself, why do I want to move? Okay? Is it just for peace of mind that you hate the city? There's nothing wrong with that. But if you think you're going to escape some type of persecution or things like that, or you're going to kind of ease up on Tom Jacob's trouble, no, man. You know, it's gonna happen no matter where you are. And if the Most High wants you in, and he might even Most High might even put you where you can't even get to the country. It may be Yahweh Bashim Yahshua's will to have you in the city. You know, it's all up to the Most High. Okay, and they shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power. Okay, and that's what we're gonna do. As we're being tried, we just have to remember to call upon Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. Continuously pray, just to have faith, and continuously lean upon that name. Okay, because the scripture said that name of the Most High is a strong tower, and the righteous runs into it. That name is gonna be important. So as long as you call upon that name through faith and belief, hey, it's whatever's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. You know, and just trust in that. Yeah, just put your lives into the hands of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and he will protect us in that day. I'm gonna get a couple more. Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So all that hour of temptation, that's that microchip, man. That's the ultimate hour of temptation. Whether you going that's the ultimate choice. Are you gonna submit to Esau and his will, or are you gonna submit to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai? And that's gonna come upon all the world. Okay, everyone's gonna have to go through that. But if we keep the patience and continue, it's like I said, it's all about faith. You know, it's all about faith. Without faith, it's impossible to please the Most High. So keeping that faith, he will keep us from the hour of temptation. We'll be protected. We'll have the mindset of standing up in that day in the face of our oppressors. Okay? Telling them to go to hell, man. You know, tell them they can take that microchip and stick it where the sun don't shine, man. We'll have that boldness in that day, because why? We have faith in our power. He's not going to leave us for dead. He's not going to leave us forsaken through faith, no matter where we are. Okay? Because scripture says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. So if we willing to go to the death, he's going to fight. Okay? The Most High is not a man that he shall lie. He made that promise, so we'll be protected in that day. I got one more. And Lord will, this is answering your question, brother. We're going to go to 2nd Ezra chapter 9. And again, I'm going to say this one more time. Ask yourself, because you got to ask yourself, because everyone has to work out their own salvation. Why do I want to move? Okay, and then from there, once you're honest with yourself, then you can move accordingly. You know, 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works. Okay, I'll read it again. And everyone that shall be saved, talking about the elect, and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, because faith without works is dead. So we have faith, but there's also works as well. It goes hand in hand. Okay, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders. For I have sanctified them from the beginning. Okay, so those that are able to escape by their works and by their faith and belief, okay, we're going to be preserved anyway, no matter where we are. But we're still going to be tried, but certain things that 2/3 going to go to, because it leads into those, and shall they be in pitiful case, which have now abused my ways. those people are going to go through the actual meat grinder, you know. But then there's also men that are going to be martyrs as well for this truth. There are some people that are going to have to die and give their lives for this truth, you know. But those that do, they're going to be first to raise up. Because the scriptures say in First Thessalonians, the 4th chapter, you shall not prevent them which die in the Lord. Okay, you're not going to prevent them, I mean, to go before them, because they're going to be raised up first. The dead in Yahweh shall be raised up first. So they're going to be first in the chariots, waiting on the rest of the elect to be beamed up. Okay. So, like I said, so some people are going to have to be martyrs for this thing as well. You just have to make sure you commit yourself unto him that judges righteously, as Yahushua did. Okay? But like I said, it's a mindset. So, like, to recap, if you just want to get out of the city for, you rather go to the country for fresh air, peace of mind, and that's where you rather dwell, then that's fine. But if you have a mindset of trying to escape something, thinking it's going to be easier, then no, because Jacob's trouble is going to come upon everyone, no matter where you are. You could be in a city, you could be in a cave. There's going to be a trial, and if you move to a cave, you're going to the Most High. He's going to create a situation to where you're going to experience Jacob's trouble wherever you're destined to experience it, no matter where you are. Okay. But that's pretty much all I had. Like I said, Lord willing, that answers your question, brother. I want to say, call all Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of great meals on rule well through the Spirit. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. Shalom.